Meet Maya. She's at the school carnival, eyeing the prize wheel. Her friends are arguing about which color the spinner will land on most. Maya smiles because she knows something they don't. She knows how to use probability to make a smart prediction. Today, we're going on that same journey. By the end of this video, you'll be able to predict outcomes like a math pro. Let's go. Before Maya can predict anything, she needs to understand what probability actually is. Probability is the measure of how likely something is to happen. We write it as a fraction, favorable outcomes over total outcomes. If something is impossible, the probability is 0. If it's guaranteed to happen, it's 1. Everything else falls somewhere in between. Think of it like a number line from impossible to certain. Pretty cool, right? This one formula is Maya's secret weapon. Here's something Maya quickly learned. There are two kinds of probability. Theoretical probability is what math tells us should happen. If you flip a coin, theoretically there's a 1 in 2 chance of heads. But experimental probability is what actually happens when you do the experiment. Maya flipped a coin 10 times and got 7 heads. That's her experimental result. The more times you repeat an experiment, the closer your results get to the theoretical value. Both types help us make powerful predictions. Now here's the real magic, using probability to predict. The formula is simple. Multiply the probability of the event by the total number of trials. If Maya knows the spinner lands on blue 1/4 of the time and the wheel spins 40 times, she predicts it'll land on blue 10 times. That's 1/4 times 40 equals 10. This is the key idea. Probability turns into a prediction through multiplication. Remember, predictions are estimates, not guarantees, but they're really smart estimates. Let's set up Maya's actual carnival problem. The prize spinner has 8 equal sections, 3 blue, 2 red, 2 green, and 1 yellow. Maya wants to know, if the wheel spins 80 times during the carnival, how many times should she predict it lands on blue? Step 1. Find the probability of blue. That's 3 favorable outcomes out of 8 total sections. So P of blue equals 3/8. Now Maya has her probability. She's ready to make her prediction. You ready too? Let's solve Maya's spinner problem step by step. We know P of blue equals 3/8. The carnival wheel spins 80 times, so we multiply 3/8 times 80. Let's work this out. 3/8 times 80 equals 3 times 80 divided by 8. 3 times 80 is 240. Now divide 240 by 8. 240 divided by 8 equals 30. So Maya predicts the spinner lands on blue 30 times out of 80 spins. Maya's friends are impressed. She used math to see the future. Let's try another one. Now Maya wants to predict red. There are 2 red sections out of 8 total. So P of red equals 2/8. But wait, we can simplify that. 2/8 simplifies to 1/4 because both 2 and 8 are divisible by 2. Now multiply 1/4 times 80. That's 80 divided by 4, which equals 20. Maya predicts the spinner lands on red 20 times out of 80 spins. Notice how simplifying the fraction first made the multiplication much easier? That's a great math move. Maya's little brother asks her, if I flip a coin 60 times, how many times will I get heads? Maya knows exactly what to do. The probability of heads is 1/2. There's 1 heads out of 2 possible sides. Now multiply 1/2 times 60. 1/2 times 60 equals 60 divided by 2, which equals 30. Maya tells her brother to expect heads about 30 times out of 60 flips. He actually flips it and gets 28 heads. Super close. That's experimental probability meeting theoretical probability in real life. Maya's class does an experiment with a bag of marbles. There are 10 marbles total, 4 green, 3 blue, 2 red, and 1 yellow. If they randomly pull 1 marble out and put it back 50 times, how many times do they predict pulling green? First, P of green equals 4/10. Simplify. 4/10 reduces to 2/5 because both 4 and 10 are divisible by 2. Now multiply 2/5 times 50. That's 2 times 50 divided by 5. 2 times 50 is 100, and 100 divided by 5 equals 20.
The class predicts pulling green 20 times. Here's something important Maya learned. Predictions give us expected results, but actual experiments give us actual results. And guess what? They're usually a little different, and that's completely normal. Maya predicted 30 blue spins. The actual carnival spins gave 27 blue. That small difference is called experimental variation. It doesn't mean the math is wrong. In fact, the more times you spin, roll, or flip, the closer your actual results will get to your prediction. Bigger experiments equals better accuracy. Maya's figuring this out fast. One more example, this time with a number cube, also called a die. A standard die has 6 faces, numbered 1 through 6. Maya wants to know if she rolls the die 120 times, how many times should she predict rolling a 3? The probability of rolling a 3 is 1/6. There's only 1 3 out of 6 possible outcomes. Now multiply 1/6 times 120. 1/6 times 120 equals 120 divided by 6, and 120 divided by 6 equals 20. Maya predicts she'll roll a 3 exactly 20 times out of 120 rolls. Boom, prediction made. Let's lock in Maya's 3-step prediction method. You'll use this over and over again. Step 1, write the probability as a fraction. Favorable outcomes on top, total outcomes on bottom. Step 2, simplify the fraction if you can. It makes the math way easier. Step 3, multiply the probability by the total number of trials. That gives you your prediction. Predicted outcomes equals probability times total trials. Write these 3 steps in your notes right now. This is the formula that makes you a prediction master. Maya uses it every time. Remember when Maya was staring at that carnival spinner, clueless? Now she can predict outcomes for any spinner, coin, die, or marble bag, and so can you. Let's recap. Probability is favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. To make a prediction, multiply that probability by the number of trials. Simplify your fractions when you can. And remember, the more trials you run, the closer your results will match your prediction. From confused to confident. That's the probability journey. You've got this. Now go predict.